Oh, welcome back to another video. I feel really energetic for this one because I'm loving getting back into reviewing anime and talking about anime, and I absolutely love it. Now, I looked back and I think I haven't reviewed this one. This is part 2, which I reviewed part 1 of Occult 9 from Manga Entertainment, now known as Funimation UK, and back in 2018. So I know this came out, so I'm so sorry this took such a long time. But if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And let's just jump straight into this one. This is in the old format that I used to talk about, so we're going to do it that way. We carry on from before, where Yuta, I haven't heard of Yuta's name for a long time, thinking that he's dead all the way through this. And everyone at the cafe discusses that it's possible that they've passed on from drowning. So if you're not familiar and you haven't seen it, I'll link you like the first review. So a lot of people think that they're dead because some big mysterious thing happened in Japan, which caused 1 or 2 people to kind of like think that they're dead, or they carry on with their lives normally and things just completely change. So they're kind of figuring a lot of stuff out. So they figured out that they all drowned, and this is how they carry on because their spirits there. And I remembered some guy that's walking about, getting rid of this like people's spirits and stuff, and like causing them to fade off into the background, etc., etc., which is kind of really cool, like cleansing them, which wasn't good because they don't think that they died. It's such a weird, trippy anime. You get a lot of talk, that's what's happening, and it's tense still, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's Asuna Kazaki or if it's Yuta who breaks the tension in on it. Asuna has the ability to see people's past memories, and it was used to see what happened to them. We come up to Max. I think that's his name. I said, please check name. And he's talking on his phone. It's weird because he's dead, but yet he seems like he's alive. We find out that more people have passed away, and it starts messing with you. Mayuri has passed on. So Mayuri was the girl on the phone that would run up. We saw her very briefly when Yuta thought she was alive. And as I say, this guy is moving around and he's like getting rid of everyone's spirits, so making them pass on to the next life. So we see that she is gone, and I think she tries to run away, but this guy follows, and he's the one that's always going around. Now, I remember the big twist in this one. Like, I remember it. I'm just going to literally hold my thing. So, Yuta finds out where the bodies are, and he's scared to go. But meanwhile, Asuna finds out what happened, and she gets freaked out that the person doesn't have a voice. It drains her. When she comes to Yuta, she can't find anything, but he appears in front of her, asking about his body. As we progress, we find that Yuta starts freaking out. Everyone can ring each other over the Sankarum, which I think is the radio. They want to carry on their lives living after death. Asuna meets up with Yuta. Yuta meets up who is at his dad's radio station, where they discuss what's happening. So from what I remember is that there is a certain radio that can hear their like the frequency and stuff like that, so they can hear normally, and that was the thing, like only certain spirits can do this. Now, the person that's walking around is the person who owns the cafe, and she hates them all, and they go for them. Like, there's a massive kind of fight going on, and Yuta wants to try and save everyone in this, so he has to kind of make a deal, or he has to reach this place later on. And when he does, he has the opportunity and he saves everyone, but he doesn't do it for himself. For some strange reason, he decides to stay dead. So he stays as a spirit, walking on the plane, on our plane of existence, but no one can see him, but they can hear him on the radio, but they can see his blog. Like, he goes like, oh, thousands of clicks, gotta have this, gotta have that. And I was just like, damn, like, why not come back so you can carry it on? I just remember so much stuff going on, like the bodies being found. I remember Yuta's dad's radio station that they talk about. There is so much stuff going on in this anime that it's so kind of crazy. I think the one thing that got me is, I don't know if it's in the other one, but it's the one where I think Asuna, she goes to the shrine and this really weird kid goes absolutely crazy, and then they find a box and it's all full of people that have died that he's kind of like shoved in or kept parts of the body, and they find out, they arrest him because he wants to play a game, but it doesn't kind of work out. So when remembering all this is weird. I hope that's not from the first one. But I remember there's a scuffle that goes on, and I do know that the cafe owner goes absolutely batshit mental and goes straight for them. So here we go. This is when I talked about the writing, and I don't know why I stopped after the animation. Like I was going to continue this, but I can't find the notes anywhere. So this is a very weird one, but I wanted to kind of review it anyway. So writing. Let's read it. The writing for this anime was pretty interesting, to be honest. It had me thinking a lot when certain things happened. I would have liked them to find out that they were all dead at the end. To me, that would have been interesting to say the least. Yeah, they find out, don't they, like quite later on, like early-ish on, that they're all dead. And I would have loved to find out at the very end when they solve the mystery and it's like, yeah, you're all dead. It's like, what? That would have been the best twist to this anime, but it didn't. I found the whole company thing where they had kind of wanted to market it and see who the main boss pass on and still continue on. The way some of the characters were when they found out they'd passed on, and the bartender Sage going around and exercising them all made me go, oh wow, and I felt sorry for them. Yeah, it was that one. As they didn't know, there were a lot of questions that they did answer, and some came uprise, like the kid that you see and how that Mayu went back to check and how the kid was on how he reacted. Also, when he affects Asuna and says he can't be charged as he's a kid, the anime does a good thing about a good amount of pacing, which made the entire anime watchable and exciting. So yes, the kid was right. So yeah, so because the kid has done so much stuff, he must be under the age to be arrested. So he turns around to Mayu and says, look, you can't arrest me. I'm a kid. What the fuck? And I think they do charge him or something. Like there would be a way, like you couldn't just be like, well, you're under the age to be arrested, so I'm going to kill you all. And no, you're out. You're absolutely fine. So for that one, I was a bit kind of like, on. But yeah, so it was the house. Like it was, I think when she opens the box, there's like the mobile phone, kind of charm type thing that's in there. That doesn't work well. So yeah, I remember that part. And again, the bartender Sage going around doing that. I've said that multiple times now. So the boss in this he has been trying to figure out a way to kind of keep running the company as well as living. And that's the reason why he's done all this, to see if it would kind of work. I think I remember him being in a giant machine, and that was a thing as well. So that was a whole thing. Like, yeah, that was the way that they said, oh, if you want to try and get past me on this one, you have to do this. You have to turn it off and everyone will go back to normal. And it just doesn't work. It does, but then the main character stays in a dead form, which I hated. So animation. I found the animation to be consistent. Everything was fine, and it felt like it was engaging moments where there was suspense. It really worked well. When you meet the Sage going around cleansing the spirits, when she attacks the others, it stands out. And again, when Yuta, that's it, gains wings and flies around to get to the main endgame, the interaction with Yuta's father was touching. So I think he does meet his father, and his father does talk to him about stuff, and I think that was kind of a sad moment. And yeah, I remember Yuta getting wings later on. This anime, I've got to admit, I'm not a horror fan or a gore fan, but I really enjoyed Occult 9. And even now, after many years, I'm so sorry, many years of this happening, I can still remember parts clearly. So which means it was a good anime, and it struck on so many levels. Like, I would recommend this. If you're a gore fan, if you're a horror fan, this is an anime. Even if you're into supernatural, this is a really good anime to kind of watch. It's out now. It's definitely out now. You can probably pick it up from HMV, Manga Direct, Amazon, anything like that. So you can pick it up from there, which I think is a really, really kind of cool thing for what it is. So for me, highly recommend it. I love the writing. I love the animation style. I love the story. I kind of really want to rewatch it now. but this is like one anime that I do highly recommend. It's interesting, it keeps you wanting more, it keeps you wondering what's going on, and I think that is a huge good thing. If I can still remember it and get excited for it now, that to me shows that it's a great anime and it does what it says on the tin. Oh my god, I want to review more anime now. I'm so excited. I absolutely love anime more than anything. But yeah, I am going to leave there. Have you seen Occult 9? Do you like this sort of anime? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。